Hi, this is Kelly Brown, and today I'm going to demonstrate how you could use a table to have graphics placed on your Word document so that they are lined up and centered and placed on the page exactly where you want them. When you place graphics in a table, they won't move around like it's likely to do sometimes when you're just putting graphics next to each other. So let's get started. The first thing, I know that I want to put three pictures side by side across on my page, so I want to change the orientation of my page so that it's landscape, so it'll give me more room across horizontally from left to right. To do that, I'm going to click on the Page Layout tab of the ribbon, Page Layout, and then I'm going to go to the ribbon to the right and I'm going to choose Orientation. I'm going to click on Orientation. The default is always Portrait, and I want to make it Landscape or Horizontal. So I'm going to click on Landscape, and you're going to see that the page looks wider. I also want to shorten my margin so that I have more room to work on the page. To do that, again from the Page Layout tab, I'm going to go to the left and click on Margins. Click on Margins, and I'm going to choose the first one here, which is 0.7 margins all the way around, and that one's going to give me a little bit more space, and you see now I have more space across. Okay, so now I'm going to choose the pictures that I want to use for my Word document. So I'm going to click on the Insert tab of the ribbon, Insert, and then I'm going to go to the Pictures button right below it, and I'm going to go to the Pictures folder that's on the left that comes up, Pictures, and I'm going to choose the Sample Pictures. Those are sample pictures that are available on every computer that has Word. If you had pictures set aside, you'd want them saved and available to you so you know where to go to access them. For what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose the three graphics that are in front of me that are flowers. And I want to select them all at the same time. So what I can do is I'm first going to single click on the chrysanthemum, single click. Then I'm going to hold down the Control key in my keyboard. With the Control key down, I'm now going to click on the hydrangea. And with the Control key still down, I'm going to click on tulips. So you'll see that I have those three files, the chrysanthemum, the hydrangeas, and the tulips now selected. With them, three of them selected, I'm going to click on the Insert key in the bottom right corner. When I click on the Insert key, you'll see all three pictures are now inserted into my Word document. Okay? So now, instead of them being all on their own separate page, I want to put them all on one page. So I'm going to click on this last page where the hydrangea is. I'm going to hit Enter, and now I'm in a new page. Okay? So now I'm going to place the three pictures on one page in a table. To insert a table, I'm going to click on the Insert tab of the ribbon. From the Insert tab, I'm going to go to the ribbon a little bit to the left, and I see a button that says Table. I'm going to click on Table, and here it says Insert Table, and I know that I want one row of three cells, right? Because I want it to go across, and I want the three pictures right across from each other. So I'm going to click on a 3x1 table, and here it appears for me. So now I want to put each one of these pictures in a cell. Well, obviously I'm going to have to make the picture a little smaller. They won't fit in the size they're in right now. So I'm going to go up to the one right above it, the hydrangea. I'm going to click on it to select it. When I click on it, I get a new tab, a contextual tab in my ribbon. It's called Picture Tools Contextual Tab. And I know that's going to help me format this picture. So I need to click on the Format sub-tab of Picture Tools, and I get these options available to me. To the far right of the ribbon, it shows me the size of this picture, which is 9x4 by 9.47 is the width. And we know that that's because this image here is showing me width. So I know I need to make that smaller. So what I can do is I'm going to click on, I can click on the bottom portion of here to make it smaller. And I'm going to get down to, I think, 3. I'm going to see there. Yeah, I'm going to go to a width of 3. So I'm going to make each of my images 3 because I can see here now it would fit in this cell. So this one is 3. I'm going to go up to the next image, which is the chrysanthemum. I'm going to decrease this size to 3. Okay, there that one goes. I'm going to go above to my tulips, and I'm also going to make this one 3 inches width. Oops. Okay, so now they're each 3 inches apart. So to bring them into the table, I can just click and drag. I'm going to click on the tulips and drag it into that first cell. I see the cursor appear in the cell, so I know it's in there, and I release, and it's inside that cell. I'm going to do the same for the chrysanthemum. I'm going to click on it to select it, and I'm going to drag it over. I see the cursor appears in that cell, and I'm going to release, and now it's in that cell. Now I'm going to go to the hydrangea, click on it to select it, click and drag it into this cell, and now I see that they're all in there, and they look like they all fit pretty well in there. The other thing I can work on now is the alignment of the pictures in the cell. To do that, again, I'll go to the Table Tools Contextual tab now, because it's how the tables are formatted here. And I'm going to click on the Layout sub-tab, and Alignment is right here. Here's the Layout sub-tab, and I'm going over here to Alignment. And I want it centered. I want it centered horizontally and vertically. So I'm going to click on this middle alignment here. So if I do expand the height, I want to make sure I want the alignment to be consistent. So I'm going to click and drag to select all the cells, then click the center, and now we'll see that they're all centered the same way in the same location in all the cells. I'm going to make it a little smaller. The other thing I could do is to make sure that all the cells are of equal width, and it looks like they are, but if I wanted to make sure in this group that says cell size, you'll see there's a little symbol here, and if I place my mouse over it, it says distribute columns. Distribute the width of the selected columns equally between them. So if I click on that, I know they're distributed quickly. So if I clicked and dragged and I tried to make one bigger or smaller, and then I clicked on all the cells and did this one, you'll see they make a slight adjustment. And I only have one row, but if I needed to distribute rows so that they are of equal height, I could click on that one above there, also in the cell size button. So I have them all in a table, and they're all of equal size. They're all aligned the same. Everything's good. But you can see the border lines of the table, and I want this to be really pretty, and I don't want you to see those. What I can do is in the table go to the upper left corner, and there's a little box here that has a 4-sided arrow. If I click on that box, that selects the entire table and everything that's in it. And when I do that, this mini toolbar appears above the table. From there, there's a border button. If I click on the border button, there's a drop-down choice that says no border. If I click on no border, then you will not see the border. Okay? And then everything is aligned properly without it looking like a border. It just knows that everything is very neat and aligned the same. So that's how you can use graphics and place them in a table to make it as neat and aligned and spaced properly as possible.